Minister, what are your plans for the future of the Beef Task Force, and what consideration have you given to extending its remit in order to secure a fair price for beef farmers? And are you satisfied that it has achieved the transparency and equity that it set out to achieve?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Deputy Walsh. So, Conway-Walsh, the Beef Task Force was established on foot of the Beef Sector Agreement on the 15th of September 2019, and its remit set out in terms of reference was to monitor the implementation of the actions arising from that agreement. The task force was to meet at least quarterly from October 2019 for a period of 1 year, after which the task force progress was to be reviewed. However, progress was delayed then in 2020 due to COVID. As the Deputy may be aware, I requested the independent chair of the task force, Mr Michael Dowling, to provide a report to me on the progress of the task force, which he has done, and I will complete my analysis of the final report, after which I will make the necessary decision on future strategic engagement with the sector. The Beef Sector Agreement contained 38 specific actions, and of these 38, 30 were finite actions which had timelines attached for completion. The remaining 8 are ongoing actions which, by their nature, are long-term and will continue outside the context of the Beef Task Force. All documents from the Task Force meetings, including minutes and updated progress reports, are published on the gov.ie website. It should be noted that the Task Force was set up in response to issues that prevailed in the sector in late summer 2019, and it had specific actions to address, and it is conceivable that it may not be the most suitable vehicle for addressing those that exist in 2021 and beyond, and I will make a decision on that shortly. Effective strategic engagement across the beef sector is crucial to its development in an economically, socially and environmentally sustainable way that works for all actors in the supply chain and has to work for farmers particularly. As the Deputy will be aware, the determination of price for beef or any other commodity is a commercial matter. However, the Deputy can be assured that my department and I will continue to support constructive strategic engagement with the sector, as well as measures aimed at strengthening the supply chain, including support for producer organisations and interventions aimed at supporting productive and environmental efficiency for beef farmers in the future. And I'm also progressing work to deliver the primary legislation required to establish the Office of the National Food Ombudsman, which I will believe have a major role to play in delivering much needed transparency for the sector.
Thanks, Minister.
Minister, one of the key tasks that needs to be undertaken is to carry out a comprehensive analysis of the impacts of the factory-owned feedlots in the market, including their impact on the prices and the effect on the environment. And figures released by your department show that the numbers originating from the feedlots has increased drastically. The number of cattle originating from the unit with feedlot status during the first 8 months of 2021 was 224,000. And that puts this year's overall potential kill for animals originating from controlled finishing units well on course to exceed last year's total of 299,000. And last year's overall figure of 299,000 was in itself 10,500 stronger than in 2019 at 288,500.
Listen, I mean, I would disagree with Deputy McNamara, first of all, in relation to this being able to finish animals under 30 months off grass. I think that is done, and many farmers do. That's delivered in farms. It's delivered in farms right across the country.
Without concentrates.
I know, with minimal concentrates as well, and indeed, I know it's been being done as well without concentrates. And listen, I mean, there's undoubtedly, and you'll see it in your part of the country, and Deputy Conway-Walsh's and Deputy Carthy's, you know, where many animals are sold in March, and then for 10 or 12 weeks. They're put through a finishing programme, which adds to their weight and adds to their value as well. That certainly is a common practice and indeed contributes to the value of the overall animal. Any animal which will be qualifying for the BGI grass-fed status will have to be fed on 95% grass diet throughout their life, and that's really important, and they will all have to meet that criteria. In relation to Deputy Carthy's point in relation to the new beef calving efficiency scheme, where I'll be delivering €150 on the first 10 cows and €120 after that, which is an increase from the €90 and €80, which was available under the BDGP. There won't be any limit in relation to farmers, the amount of stock that, or cows that farmers can keep within that scheme.
Okay,
I will be setting a reference year, which you have to decide, and which I will be setting a reference year in terms of how many get paid for, but in terms of farmers increasing their numbers, there won't be any limit on that. And obviously, this is something I've been engaging with farmers right across the country on, and my objective here is to fully support the suckler farmer.
Okay, the final
to
question.
ensure it remains an anchor of our beef sector.
Thanks, Minister.
To support family farms, and the scheme that I put in place will very much do that.
Final question, Minister.